Welcome back, travelers. This is part 2, day 1. We had lunch at Splittsville, and then we went on over to DCA, Disney California Adventure, and we started in Avengers Campus. We actually caught the Spider-Man show, and that is what you see here. You can see Spider-Man up on the building, and what he's doing is some acrobatics to test his suit. Unfortunately, we didn't catch the animatronic flying in the air. And yes, that is not a stunt person, that is an animatronic that Disney uses instead of a human. Our next adventure led us to Mission Breakout, but this is Monsters After Dark. So what happened after Rocket shut off that generator? And that is exactly what Guardians of the Galaxy is themed to on Monsters After Dark. This ride wasn't a choice for 2 of the 4 of us. My wife gets motion sick. Shan Renee doesn't care for Guardians of the Galaxy. Am was my wild card, and it turned out she loved it. Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout is my favorite ride in Disney California Adventure. I don't care for this overlay, but it was still super fun, just the same. Am has 2 favorite movies. First one is Little Mermaid, second one Beauty and the Beast. She did not know about the secret library, so it was a great surprise when I took her in here, plus it was great to get a little AC as well. So we hopped on The Little Mermaid next because it had a short wait, and again, this is Am's favorite movie, so you will have to pardon the edits as I did have to adjust the audio throughout this clip, but I believe it's the entire ride, and you might catch us singing along with some of the music. Enjoy The Little Mermaid.
Let me tell you of that evil sea witch trick Ariel voice away from. Oh, this is a great story. First, Ariel fell in love with then he decided her all was making a bet
is better than anything they got up there. One day when the basket to go beyond the gate. Under the sea, nobody beat us fire. See, we off the hook, we got no troubles. Life is under the sea.
to live happily Yes, I do. I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. Call me well a witch, but you'll find that nowadays ways repentance in the light and made a switch. Yes, poor unfortunate souls in pain, in need. This one must have do me for that one once together, girl. Do I help them? Yes, indeed.
I know those are hard. Those edits are always hard because this ride is usually so smooth and the music in this movie is famous, but again, copyright issues.
And you don't know why. Try wanna kiss me, girl.
As you can see, everything worked out swell for Ariel. Of course, sometimes I get a little confounded.
We then wandered a little by Pixar Pier. I had the girls have a notice at the Luxo lamp that was on top of the Pixar Pier sign, and we got to see Zootopia being represented here, which is super, super duper cool. We did return to Disneyland for some evening magic. We did get a Rise of the Resistance boarding pass, but we started with Star Tours and went into Tomorrowland. So super fun. This is a classic ride, and I do recommend if you really want to feel the force of how much the simulator actually works, sit to the back of the simulator. Try to get the back row, not the front. That's the Halloween tree in Frontierland. We didn't actually get to catch this at night, which we're totally bummed about. We forgot. We were just so excited, but we did catch a daytime shot of it. There is footage of Rise of the Resistance coming up for the next 7 minutes.
I am Lieutenant Beck. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to the Garva. Red 2, Blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed.
Technically, you're still in line at this point. You're just in a kerfuffled line. So this is a part of Rise of the Resistance, and you are in a shuttle trying to go to the secret base. You went to a pre-show before this, and you are in a transport right now, quote unquote, and it's being attacked.
Get us clear so we can make the jump. Where are all those TIE fighters coming from?
Unfortunately, you get caught in a Star Destroyer's tractor beam and you get boarded and taken onto the Star Destroyer. This part of Rise of the Resistance is mind-blowing when you walk in here. You're looking at a TIE fighter, like I'm not kidding. And the cast will not break character unless it's an emergency. They are meant to be a little on the disrespectful and CERN side. So I know that folks are used to Disney cast being amazing, but in this particular instance, they're in character because they're part of the experience. It's super cool.
Enemies of the First Order, we will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The Resistance prisoners.
You have what I
We were
want.
put in a cell, and we got to
You
meet
know the location of the secret
Kylo Ren.
base, and I will take it from you.
We'll meet on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Okay. Take this corridor to the turbo lift, then head down to the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Batu. Hurry and don't get caught.
The Resistance breaks you out of your cell and you board a transport, and this is where the ride starts. It's a trackless ride. Stormtroopers are shooting at you, AT-ATs are shooting at you. It's kind of crazy and kind of a whirlwind. It is a static ride. It is, so you're not, it's not going to change, just your seat may change. Or you may go a different route. There's a couple of different routes that you can go, but otherwise it's pretty much the same ride. It's really technologically advanced. It's really, really cool. It does break down a lot. So you just kind of have to have your patience with this because it's a super high-tech ride. And it is very fun. If you're a Star Wars fan, this ride is for you. Try to get that virtual queue. What makes this ride so cool is the effects. You can see the blaster marks up on the walls. You can see the shadow when the officer is pacing back and forth in the cell. Pay attention to stuff like that because they did sight lines, everything. Even the pipes are themed. Now you're on the bridge. The only thing that's missing is the other officers, but and the lights flashing, maybe. But other than that, I mean, look at how smooth the animatronics work. Look at how clear the video is on the screens. You really do feel like you're on a Star Destroyer. I have a bad feeling about this.
Uh-oh.
Ah, the cannons. Yes. This is, getting to the point where if the ride fails, it'll go into B mode. The cannons are super cool. They do move. You do move with them. It's all GPS tracking and computer tracking. Again, super high-tech ride. And safety is their number one priority, but the show is just outstanding.
Attention, all resistance personnel. Abandon ship. I repeat, abandon ship. This is short as about.
I will tell you that when you get pulled like this, it does feel like you're being pulled against your will. So it's a really cool effect they did.
Get to the transport, R5.
Here you've entered your escape pod. You're going to lock in and then it's going to move. And this is the part that always freaks people out. It's super funny.
Okay, you're clear.
And now you're back on Batu.
It's a bumpy
The
ride.
escape pods came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck. All right, nice job, recruits. Not what you signed on for, but hey, you're resistance now. I think I have that authority. Right, Beck? Where's the lieutenant? I need eyes on Beck. I know, Scaffold's pod agent.
Lieutenant Beck here.
Beck! You're alive!
I should hope so. Great job, recruits. Thanks to your heroism, the location of the Resistance base is secure. Bravo!
So the 3 out of the 4 of us are not late nighters. We're early birders. And we did get to experience Disneyland at night. It is beautiful, all lit up, especially Main Street. Main Street is a land all on its own. And it's worth to wander around. It's worth to understand where you are and appreciate it. And this was our very first day at Disneyland. So stay tuned for day 2. That should be coming out in a couple weeks. And thank you guys very much for watching. I'm your host and advisor, Nikki, and I'll see you real soon.